it comes to building a email list, your squeeze page and web traffic is only one part of the equation. What about the other part of the equation? Like, I got all these people on my list, now what? I don't know what to say to them. And better yet, how do I communicate with them? Hello, my name is Gwen M., the Simple Marketer, and I'm going to tackle these issues in this video. So get your handy dandy pen and pad out. It's note taking time. I guess congratulations is in order. So you've started your business and now you're thinking of landing your first contact. You've heard the money is in the list, and you are now thinking of creating a list of prospective clients for future marketing purposes. Or perhaps you haven't created your first contact, but you intend to start a list. In this video, I'll show you how to create an email campaign without putting you or your business at risk. You will learn to develop what is called a whitelist, okay, which is the most safe, effective email marketing campaign there is. Okay, so stay tuned. Okay, so the first order of the day is to send a loud and clear message. So let's say that you have never sent an email before and you're thinking of introducing your products and or service to potential buyers. The first impression is always the best foot inside the door of any business. Therefore, you want to ensure that an introductory letter is prepared. This should be brief and highlights the feature and benefits of your business to the prospects. So once your letter is prepared, make sure it is edited properly before sending it to your clients. Now, depending on the nature of your business, you should target the people who will be interested in your offer. So after you have identified your market, you are now ready to make your first communication with them. This communication is referred to as an email marketing campaign. But first, we need to seek permission from these contacts. Many would ask the question, what is email marketing? We will look at how an email marketing campaign will help in this communication. The email campaign. Now, this form of communication is the best ways to communicate effectively with your contacts. It is planned and organized way of sending emails, newsletters, updates, or marketing information to your customers and prospects in a timely manner. The time-based emails are normally automated and sensitive, so sending an email at the wrong time could negatively impact the desired response. On the other hand, sending emails regularly and on a timely based manner could improve the possibility of future businesses between the parties. With that being said, there are four important things to look for in an effective email campaign. Okay, so the four most important things to look for in an effective email campaign is number one, your prospects need to know who is sending the email. It is legally mandated that the contact information is put on your email campaign. This adds credibility to your messages and creates trust with your business. Number two, content. This form of communication is different from ordinary emails because it is specific to your business. Whether you are sending a newsletter or you are informing your contacts about an offer or a promotion, it must be clear in your mail, in your email, okay? Number three, action. The email must have an action at the end of it to be effective. These actions are normally linked to a sales page, an offer, or a giveaway. If one is sending a newsletter, it must be very informative and entertaining. It should be highlight community happenings, events, or notices. Number four, opt-in features. Unfortunately, there could be a time when your contact is no longer interested in your offers or business. Believe me, it happens to the best of us. he or she should have an option to exit your program or your business. It is mandated by the law to have your unsubscribe link or button at the end of all of your email campaigns. Okay, so once a prospect gives you the permission to send him or her emails by filling out your squeeze page and then going to their email to click on your confirm link. They are officially on your list. Now, this enables you to send relevant offers and information to each list if you happen to own more than one list. For example, you might have a work from home list, you might have a employed list or a student list, or you might have a list of people who love to cook and interested in recipes, or you might have a list of people who own dogs or pets. Okay, so whatever the case may be, you will be able to send relevant offers and information to each list that you own. Now, if you did not get permission in the beginning, you should not send a email marketing campaign until you at least first communicate with the prospective contact. The purpose of this primarily exercise is to reduce the likelihood of unsubscribed contacts on your list. Now, although you cannot control when someone decides to unsubscribe from your program, there is an accepted ratio that will not send a red flag to your email marketing providers. Okay? So if there are too many unsubscribed and spam reports, your account could be terminated or blocked. Therefore, it is advisable that you get permission prior to sending your first email campaign. Now, when you have met all of your requirements and you are ready to send your emails, you will be asked some questions by the provider. So, this is a further attempt to advise you of the laws of email marketing and also to ensure that the policies are being followed with respect to the method you use in getting your first contact list. Now, in addition, it is an opportunity to welcome you to the world of email marketing. Now that you have satisfied all of the criteria, you are ready to send your first email campaign. However, after sending your first campaign, there is no need to manually time and follow through. Setting up an email marketing campaign allows you to set the time and frequency of triggered emails. These triggered mails are called autoresponders. So let's get deeper into autoresponders. Okay, so now autoresponders are time sensitive emails that are sent out automatically to your contact list. Now, the purpose of the smart way of communication is to keep your list updated and fresh. It also provides life to your business as it triggers a follow up once people receives, opens and read your emails. You can always change how your autoresponders are to be sent. Now, your email marketing plan should allow you to create sign up forms, which could be embedded on your website. The smart way to build contacts is to affix an email link in your personal emails. Okay, so please be reminded that it must also have a opt-in link to allow the subscriber to enter or leave your program at any time. I can't say this enough. This is mandatory. Okay, so the key to a successful email campaign is to keep your emails unique, short, and very informative. Always remember to communicate intentions with a link to solicit further action. Now, once you set your time for your emails to be sent, you will be able to get feedback. Okay, so again, Let's use a similar initiative to review the entire purpose of a email marketing plan. Absolutely, without a doubt, my favorite way of staying in contact with my list is by using broadcast. Okay, so I'm with Aweber and I send broadcast to my list on a regular basis. Okay, so we're going to go to the back office of my Aweber, and if you go back there, you're going to see where I have a broadcast message already prepared to go out. Now, this broadcast message is scheduled to go out on the 11th. Okay, so you can use broadcast to schedule your messages to go out every few days. Now, I'm the type of person, I do not bombard my list with offers on a daily basis. I feel that it's not necessary to do that as long as I stay in contact with my list every few days. Okay, so you have people who will bombard your space, your email box, inbox with their offers not only every day but all day. Okay, all that is unnecessary, and I need to clean out my email inbox like ASP, because I need to get off a lot of these people emails um, list, because they just bombard me with offers all day, every day. It's just crazy. Okay, all that is not necessary. Contacting your list every few days is all it takes, okay, for them not to forget you and that they're on your list and that you have something to say. Okay, so again, I use broadcast, and I um, schedule my broadcast to go out every few days. Okay, so you can do that in Aweber by just clicking on the create a message um, at the top. Okay, you can't miss it. It's a big green button, and you're going to get a drop down box. It's going to ask you what kind of message do you want to send or create, and it gives you the choice of three. You can do a drag and drop email builder, which is what I use, or you can click on plain text message or a HTML editor message. Okay, so it's up to you the type of message that you want to send. Okay, but the main important thing is to make sure that the people on your list don't forget that they're on your list, and they don't forget who you are. So you have to stay in contact with them, but not on a daily basis, as long as you contact them every few days. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, that broadcast is absolutely my favorite way to stay in contact with my list. However, I do have an email sequence set up in my back office of 23 emails that automatically go out. Okay, so in addition to that, I do send broadcasts and I do schedule broadcasts. Okay, so I want to make that clear that not only do I send broadcasts, I do have a regular email follow up campaign already set up in my back office. Okay, so yes, guys, I do stay in contact with my list. It is so valuably important that you do that. This is where your sales come in at, and people join you in your business through your follow up. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how I set up a broadcast. Okay, so it's super easy and super simple to set up a broadcast. I go up to the big green button and I click on create a message, and I go down to drag and drop. Okay, so this is basically what I use to communicate with my list, is the drag and drop email builder. Okay, so I click on that, And that's going to take me over to a page where I can create my message, whatever I want to say. I got some writing already in there. Okay, so I need to put in a title of whatever I want to say. So I'm just going to type in email message just for the example in this video, and then I'm going to write whatever I want to write here in this box. I'm going to write my message in the large box here. Now, if I want to add a video, I can look over here and there's a box that I can add a video. I just drag that box over here within my message like that. And this is where my video is going to go. And so I'm going to put my video URL there if I wanted to add a video, okay? And if I wanted to add an image, pretty much the same thing. I'm going to go over here to my left side, and there's a little image here that I can drag right over here, right within my message, and I can drag it over and let it go and be able to add a image in my message. Okay, so it's super easy and super simple. Now, if I want to schedule this email, I can click on save first and then save and exit. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to save it and exit. Okay, and there you see my message. It says email message there. So then as I look over toward the right, there's a send option. I'm going to click on the send option. Okay, now this is going to give me the opportunity to schedule my broadcast. Okay, so I'm going to click on schedule broadcast. Okay, so now another box is going to pop in there, and then I can say, it says when should this message be sent, and over to your right it says it has a edit button. I'm going to click on the edit button, and a calendar is going to pop up, and it's going to ask me when do I want this message sent. And as you can see, on the 11th I already have a message that is set up to deliver on the 11th, and I can see that right there. So I might want to go to maybe 12, 13. Like I said, I contact my list every few days. So I might want to say, okay, send this list, this message on the 14th. So I'm going to click on the date, the 14th. And I always send my messages around 12 a.m. So the 12 a.m. is going to pop in there. However, if you do not have a time, you can set the time that you want your message sent out by looking over here where it says send time, and um, you leave it at Eastern time. For me, I'm in Washington, D.C., guys, so that's why it's automatically set on the Eastern time, and I can pretty much set whatever time I want. And then I'm going to click on the blue button down here that says apply, and it's going to apply this. And then I click on okay, you scheduled a message to go out on the 14th. I just going to double click on that, and that is going to confirm everything. And that is how I pretty much stay in contact with my list and all of that. Okay, so there you have it. Okay, so now in my follow-up email series right here in Aweber, I have a course that goes through what to say to your list in your first email, your second email, your third email, so on and so forth. So guys, grab your free list building system. Okay, click the link in the description and grab it. Okay, and get on my email list, guys, so that you can get your hands on that course. Okay, so it teaches you what to say to your list, um, to start the ball rolling, start the relationship going with your email list. Okay, so that is very, very, very important. Okay, that you know how to communicate and what to say on your very first email that you are to send to your list. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. You can like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm Gwen M. the Simple Marketer, and hope you enjoyed this video. Um, and again, click on that bell to be notified every time I upload a video, which is Monday through Friday. So again, guys, so if you have any questions or comments, leave them below in the description. I will read all of your questions and comments and get back to you if necessary. Have a good day. Bye-bye.